Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and today we are back playing Terratech Worlds, and in this episode we're going to go over some new updates that the devs just released. And wow, these devs are really pumping out the updates lately, so we have a few new things that we need to kind of research and discuss and look at and kind of explore a little bit. So we're going to do that today. I know in the last episode I was talking about going over to the snow biome, but I think we still have a few more things to get and look at over here at the swamp biome, which is where we're currently at. I'm going to my base now, trying not to get attacked. So you guys can see that I'm in a new boat. You guys can check this thing out. This is my new addition, kind of a catamaran style with some large containers on it to hold a lot of inventory, because I've been transferring this between multiple locations because I had to go back to our original starting point to go get some copper, because there's really no copper over here at the forest biome, or swamp biome, I mean. So you have to go get it at the forest biome is what I'm trying to say. And I had to go over there and mine, so I did all that kind of off camera because it was just kind of a bit of a grindy session basically, and got a bunch of copper, made a bunch of copper wire, and needed to do that to unlock a few things that we needed to do over here at the swamp biome. So we're going to go over that here in a second, but I just wanted to show you guys my ship. So this is the new ship that I have. It's a little front heavy. It's kind of sitting kind of weird in the water. I don't really know why, but I went ahead and did a few things to it besides adding the giant large containers onto it. I have a ton of propulsion on it. I put the big, you guys can see we can actually pull it out of the water here, but I put these large rudders here up front because it tends to help steer the front end a little easier and sharper. So like when we're running around and kind of running from enemies or trying to attack, it allows us to like kind of dart around in the water a little easier. And then I have the performance rudders in the back, which seem to help with the back steering. And then we added some neon lights to this. I got it candy cane striped, so I think I did that in the last episode, but this is really helping out with kind of traveling between different little continents, I guess, and biomes. And I added a battery here because this cab, this is the, I don't remember what's the name of this cab. Oh, it's called the Moneymaker. So this cab's cool because it's super big and kind of allows us to have this big catamaran that's real stable. And then, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird the way, I guess it's front heavy, so it's pretty heavy, so it's making the front end dip down, but I don't know, I needed it. It's super armored and all that, which is great. So it's really just kind of like a hauler and allows you to haul a lot of stuff, has a big inventory slot. But one of the unique things I did with this was, since we unlocked all the plane components in the last episode and been flying around, I've been kind of doing a little bit more tweaking on that as well. So I have a kind of a lot to go over today with a few things with all of this stuff. But I added the rockets that we have, these little, where are they at? The boosters. Now, I know these like suck through the fuel and it takes a while. That was one of the things that I couldn't get in this game, was that we needed the rocket fuel to boost, to power these things. But I don't know how, some of you guys, I don't know how you guys are figuring out exactly which order to go through in some of these biomes. Maybe it's because I probably did it myself by going to the desert as like the next step. I think you're really supposed to start off in the forest, you kind of defeat the forest gargoyle guy, and then head over to the swamp, and then go from the swamp maybe to the snow and then to the desert. I'm not sure. It seems like the snow is harder, so I would think that maybe the desert might be the third route you're supposed to take. But I went to the desert basically first, in a sense, even before I finished everything over in the forest, because that's a great place to go if you can survive long enough to get a lot of money to be able to buy some of the more advanced components and things in the game. So I was kind of just speed boosting, mainly because I had to start all over with the new save. And I know a lot of you guys have had to do the same thing since devs have making such major updates lately. But I needed to kind of like speed run through that save again to get back to where we were when I last left off on one of the previous episodes. So anyway, that's kind of like what I've been doing, and that was one of the reasons why maybe I'm not seeing the same things you guys are, or that I'm kind of discovering things after and not in the right order, I guess. So yeah, so basically this is our new ship. I added the little rocket boosters, and in order to make these work, I had to turn on the infinity rocket booster fuel in the settings just so that we can use these. But now we actually have the ability to make rocket fuel, so I'm going to show you guys that as well. So let's go ahead and get out of the water. We're going to pop over here to the other side of our base, and been expanding our base quite a bit too, so you guys can see it's looking pretty cool. Kind of keeping it the same theme as it started out, but I've added a whole new section on over here and have some extra power systems over there and all that. So let's go and do, well, let's look at one thing with the airplane real quick, just before we start with the adventures in the swamp. Where is the snapshot? There we go. I don't know why I lost that. So I built a new airplane. Let's look here. All right, so my previous airplane was this guy right here. So if we load this guy up, oh shoot, I forgot. It doesn't have any inventory space. So basically it just dumped all my inventory out. And this thing works pretty good. My center of gravity is kind of right in the middle of the wing. It still has a tendency to basically, let's see, how do there we go, fly it like that. So it just kind of automatically tilts up, but it's pretty quick. And then with boosters applied, which they're not working right now, I don't know why. Why are my boosters not working? But anyway, so I put a little scanner for the nose cone. It's okay. It flies, you know, all right. It's a little, it's a little weird, but you know, hopefully the devs will kind of tweak out the aerodynamics of this stuff, because we don't really seem to glide at all. So hopefully they will add some gliding features, because it makes it really hard to land, as you guys can see. But let's see, can I flop down there? Oh shoot, that is not what I wanted. So if you get stuck or something, especially like this, just go into your build thing, oh shoot, and try to like turn around if you can. I don't know what in the world. Okay, maybe hop backwards a little bit. I'm just trying to get onto that thing. There we go. All right, so let's see if we can scooch around here. Let's see, can I turbo? There we go. All right, so now if you like land out in the middle of nowhere and you have nowhere to turn around, you can't do anything, just go to your build. What was that? There's something under the ground right there. And what is that? I'm kind of curious now. There was something under the ground over here. My thing highlighted. Weird. That's strange. So basically what I did is I just used this to kind of steer myself and then boost back into our little tech yard. So now we can come in here, go to our next snapshot. Let me sort by modified. It's the best way to keep track of it. And now I have a giant freight plane. So let's load this guy up. So definitely a lot bigger. Let's turn this dude around. And this guy is made up of everything. I mean, I got a bunch of engines on it, a bunch of rockets on it, and we have some flotation devices. So this guy actually can land in the water and take off in the water as well. So that makes it nice. The other airplane just kind of dives into the water like a submarine and flips over. So it doesn't really do anything. But I kept landing in the water when I was trying to fly this thing around the planet, and I was getting myself kind of screwed out in the middle of nowhere. So I made this giant thing, which is actually 3 giant containers, so we can actually put in all of our items again and store everything like that. And then we can cruise. So got to figure out which one is cruise. Yeah, there we go. So something's weird with I don't know if you guys are running into this, but this is just a problem if the devs happen to catch my videos or not. But every so often the bind for my weapons, it changes, and I don't know why. It's like I'll be like firing or using the boosters, and then all of a sudden all of this stuff changes and duplicates and does weird stuff. And so then when I hit something, I have like my boosters and my lasers and my weapons going off, all kinds of crazy stuff. So those are on the shift key. The engines are on key 1. See, this is the problem right here, because these were this is supposed to be on 2. There we go. And those changed. So I don't really know why that's happening. So yeah, so now I have lasers, which we can't see. That's another thing, is you can only see the lasers when you're really up close to the vehicle, and when you're far back, you can't see the lasers. I can see them hitting, but I have no idea where they're pointing at. So let's go here. We're going to steer into the water a little bit like that. So see, we're like kind of like floating, and you have to be careful because if you go out here too far, you're going to run into an enemy, and we don't really have good steering. And so we can just kind of fly around. See, the wings hit the water, but if you hit the boosters, we can take off like that. And see, luckily we did not run into that guy. But this thing's pretty well balanced. It just has a little bit of nose up, you know, which I think is the only way to really do this. If it's nosing down, it's a little harder to steer, so, and control, like especially when you're turning and stuff. If it has a little natural nose up, I find it a little easier to control. So yeah, so it's not super fast. We can have the boosters going and doing whatever. It's not as fast as my little one, but we can carry all of our inventory with no problems. And then we can just kind of fall out of the sky like this, backwards. So hopefully the devs will figure that out, because that's a little difficult, oh my gosh, to like navigate when your thing just falls out of the sky. So we need gliding capabilities or some kind of wind resistant or whatever. But look at that, I landed that thing pretty good. So yeah, so this guy, center of gravity is right in front of the wings right there, and that's usually it needs to be right like right in the middle, not quite in the middle, a little ahead of the middle of the wings, but I don't know. I don't know if that's all super accurate in this game or not, but this seems to be a good spot for these. If I move them a little bit forward, it'll go straight and pretty like an arrow, which is great. But yeah, so this is it. We can turn those off. I have the little speed thing on there so we can kind of see how fast we're going, and the altimeter, but it's really hard to read it when you're flying around. Until these things get a little more stable, then it will be easier to read the stuff. But I put 2 lasers on it just for the heck of it. There's nothing in the sky that I've seen to attack or anything like that. So that's going to be interesting if they start adding flying techs that we have to the battle. That would be kind of cool. Hopefully we'll have some kind of auto aim cannons and stuff that will allow us to handle that a little easier. So yeah, this is basically my new freighter plane and float plane, I guess. So it kind of allows me to fly it to my bases, land in the water, and then we can go from there. So all right, so let's load up the next thing here. We're gonna load up my vehicle. This is a modified vehicle also, and I'm gonna load this guy up. Now I know you guys are like, what, you put wings on this guy? Yeah, I have wings on it. So this is my everything vehicle. This has storage, it has water, cooling, the level 5 scanner, it has the miner on it, and we have lasers, and we have our meteor cannons to take care of pretty much any of the bad guys. This is not the best vehicle for the desert though. We also have shields. If you try to use this in a desert, we'll get smoked pretty quick. We need a little bit more firepower for some of those bigger techs in the desert. But yeah, so you guys can see this dude, I have rockets, I put rockets on it, so we're like super fast. It flies a little, so we can kind of like, you know, shoot across things. Oh, there's a, where'd that come from? We'll take that. I don't know, that's a crate. So it must be something the devs put there or something, I don't know. But as far as dealing with the guys in the swamp, you know, we're pretty powerful for these guys, you know, kind of like almost one-shot situation with these dudes, pushing those guys way out there. But yeah, so that's kind of, you know, how this guy works. We can go in the water a little bit. Now the waves kind of push us around. We have to use rockets to get around. I have no way to turn around. So once you get out here, we're kind of screwed. So you hit go to your build, turn your vehicle around towards the shore, and rocket to the shore. And oh, don't turn over. Okay, never mind. Rocket to the shore and we're good. But I've been using this thing to get around the swamps because we really need something, and I just turbo up here and we can kind of like glide a little bit so you guys can see how we do that. And then all these trees have been getting on my nerves. There's so many trees. Let me take care of these guys real quick. Get rid of that guy, and then we got this guy. Oh, geez Louise. Okay, smoked me there. And this, I just kind of run over the trees with the rockets. See, we kind of just hit these trees get rid of these guys. Oh my gosh. Blew my wing off and everything, dude. I don't have any repaired. That's weird. So I just run into the trees like that, and then it leaves these little trunks laying around, and then I just turbo into the trunks. It's about the best way to collect the organic compounds that we need. Better than cutting them down and mining them and all that. I just kind of cream into them. As long as your vehicle's strong enough. I don't know if having the shields helps, but I think it does. If you do it too much, we'll end up destroying ourselves and just spontaneously blow up or something. But I try to go easy on running into the stuff, but it makes for a quick clearing, as you guys can see, like that. If you get a good whack on them, you can knock the whole thing down and collect a ton of organic materials at the same time. So yeah, this is kind of my vehicle, and you guys can get an idea how I set that up. Little bit of everything on this guy. We got some rockets, 4 rocket boosters, some wings, and everything we need to kind of get around. This guy I need to protect. This is the flaw of my vehicle. So if you guys have a battery exposed, you need to protect it, and I need to actually put some shields. I keep forgetting to buy the dang shields for some reason. I have this one, but I need to buy the other ones. They're just real expensive. So I don't know. I need to get those next time I come across some. I don't think I had. Did I collect any here from these guys? Let's check, see if we have any. If we go to license, yeah, see, I need a bunch of these guys. But look how much these things are. 1,800 bucks a piece. Are you kidding me? I mean, come on. I mean, it's $5 grand for 4 of those. Why are those so expensive? So anyway, if you collect these, a good thing to do instead of selling them, actually, you come over here. This is another little trick. I'm kind of giving you guys all my tricks. You can sell these. They do sell for a good chunk or whatever, but if you put them back and just sell the rest of the junk, come over here, and if you happen to have gone through the desert already and you found the scrapper right here, here's the scrapper. So I have the scrap. Let me show you guys around the base for a minute before we get going here. I'm kind of giving you guys a tour of all the stuff. So there's a few new things over here we need to talk about as well, but this is the scrapper, and then I have it feeding into, how can we go into this here? Let's kind of scroll back here. Look, can we get a good view of the scrapper? All right, so it's hard to really see everything being green and stuff. It's kind of weird, but this is the scrapper, and then it has 4, actually has 5 outputs, but it has 4 that you can have go into one thing. So I have them all. I have the scrapper dumping all 4 outlets into this medium-sized silo, and then over here on the front side of it, if you guys can see, I think we can minimize that. There we go. So right in the front there, we have 2 little silos, and I basically dump all my parts into those, and then those feed. You can see the little arrow right there kind of going that way, and that feeds into the scrapper. And if I go here, we can take those shields. Where are the shields? And these are great for getting aluminum. So actually, if we put these out and just go straight to the scrapper instead, see there it is, and what we'll get is we'll get aluminum. So it's a real good way to mine aluminum, or not really mine it, but to collect it. And I just kind of throw in all the trash parts that we don't need into there. So we'll put the rest into there. And that gives us a little bit of aluminum over here that we can use and break it down into the ingots or whatever. And that saves us from having to dig in the ground. Now the swamp is the only place I know where there's aluminum also. So that's, you know, good to know. Why can I not? Let's get back into here, and I'm gonna put all this inventory stuff up real quick. Yeah, all right, so back to the whole update to the game again. So the devs have really done a crazy amount of work lately. Not only are they giving us boats, they also gave us planes in the same dang week, and a total rehash of the game as well. So a lot going on. And then they just came out with an update with some new equipment that we can get. So over here, I don't know if it's in the basic fabricator. What are we looking for exactly? Can't remember. Dock module, intermediate, fabricator. No, where is it? Maybe it's here, intermediate. So the intermediate fabricator has, okay, so I've built the advanced fabricator. So we've done that. We have the launch pad now. We can now make a fragmenter. I don't see recycler though. Oh, the anti-ox gel or whatever. So this stuff right here will save us from getting from all the acid that eats up our vehicle. And then we have the liquid extractor. So this is what we ended up getting kind of at the end of the last episode. And so I've already picked up these, already made these items, and I've made them over here to get to the next stage to kind of speed up some of this a little bit. So you guys don't have to watch me grind for this, because it takes a lot of copper wiring right here. So you need a ton of copper wiring to make these. You need 10 for that one. You need, what is it, for the refinery? You need another 8 for this one. And then it takes like 60 coppers or 60 copper ore to make, or no, I'm sorry, I take that back. It takes like 60 of the ingots. So you have to convert the ore to the ingots, and 60 of them only gives you like 4 copper wiring or something like that. Not a lot. So you have to go over to the lightning trees and get a lot of copper over there in order to get all that. So I've kind of like grinded a lot of the game and collected a lot of materials and stuff just so that we can not have any issues with that, and this doesn't end up being a 3-hour long episode. So we ended up building the liquid silo, and that gives us the ability to store liquid. And now we have a chemical plant that we can make, which looks huge. I don't even know where I'm going to put this if it's as big as it looks in the image. So we need to make the chemical plant, which we can make now. But the new update, let's kind of go over what the update's covering right now. So the update gave us this anti-ox gel stuff. It also gave us a combiner, which I don't know what the combiner is. It's made in the advanced fabricator. Okay, so let's look over here. I have the advanced fabricator right there. No, that's a refinery. Where is the advanced fabricator? Have I? Oh wait, have I not made? Maybe I haven't made the advanced fabricator. Maybe I'm just smoking something right now. Yeah, I haven't made the advanced fabricator because I need the synthetic polymer. So in order to make the synthetic polymer, I think we need the chemical plant. So I think that's the order of today's video, is get that dang chemical plant made and then get some synthetic polymer so that we can make that, because I don't think that's available over here. Although we do have a new anti-ox gel. No, that was there before actually. I forgot. So okay, so we have fusion core modules, and I don't know. So seems like, let me check. I'm looking at Mr. How do you say his name, man? Mitragorn? How do you say your name, dude? Anyway, he's in the discussion group. He's kind of giving some details on these 3 items here that we just talked about. And then I'm going to click over here real quick and go to the actual notes. So let's go to the notes here, patch notes. And let me scroll up there so I can see. Okay, so on the patch notes here, yeah, so there's a bunch of fixes to some of the cabs, some of the components that were sold for free in the snow biome and in the desert biome are now not free anymore. We have the combiner structure. I think we can make windmills now, so that's going to be really good, or wind generators. A couple of issues with the halo and indicators. Yeah, that was a big thing with me in the last episode when I was navigating around. Oh, hang on, guys. I'm switching back and forth. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So I was navigating in the last episode with this map here, and it kept saying like my home base was like out in the ocean and stuff. Like the things were not displaying correctly, and so it was becoming an issue with trying to figure out how to get back. I was getting lost. So anyway, and then yeah, so that's one thing that's been fixed. And then another thing is they fixed the progression stuff with the swamp boss, so that's good. I haven't run into the swamp boss. Apparently he's called the Gator, so I haven't even seen that dude, and I don't think he shows up in our, let's see, wait, I hit the wrong key here. So let's go here. Do we have defeat woodlands factions, defeat enemy techs, maybe I need to progress these first before I thought I did this already, and then it just keeps adding on to the number. But apparently we have the swamp boss that we need to take on, which I cannot find. I've flown over that boss, but we don't really have the ability to transform in midair, so I couldn't really take him on. So anyway, we'll figure out how to get over there at some point. And then also they added oil in the snow biome and over here in the swamp. And so I went looking around for it for a good while, and then when I got back, I noticed right there, look at that, it's oil. I literally like wasted like an hour and a half running around the whole swamp biome. I mean, look at that, it's just not even in the fog of war stuff anymore. So that we need to put a liquid extractor on and start mining that up. And then over here I have the liquid extractor set up to mine some of the corrosion stuff, and just has a generator on it, which I keep dumping some of this stuff into, and it's probably good enough. We have a ton we have a ton of this acid stuff, so I'm going to take one container just for now, because I think I have enough, but we're going to end up I guess turning that into some other goodies here soon. So what we need to do is we need to actually go to the forest trader, and I need what is it that I need? I need the tractor beam. There's a flatbed and something else over there, some other terrain tool or something. So we need to go over there, and maybe some new things. It says that they have some new things at the traders, I think in the desert, that we need to go check out, and the snow biome. But let's go ahead and build this chemical plant. And do I even have, yeah, I do have storage for it. Okay, we're going to build that because I had to make these little sulfur cake things over here out of the corrosion goop over there, and that we are sucking up at the moment. And so that's kind of about as far as I've gotten now. All right, so that doesn't take up a ton of space in our inventory, which is nice. Oh, and then while we're at it, what else could we do? Okay, do we have a fragmenter over here? We do have a fragmenter. Okay, so I brought that from the desert. And then well, let's get the sprayer. That will be handy. I think I have some gel that I made just to see if anything opened up. And I did go to the desert, and I put down a liquid refiner, the liquid extractor on the one oil well that was over there. But now we get to do it all over again over here. And this diesel generator, I don't know about that. So I have that right here, and the reason I have it set right there is just to remind me to ask you guys if you know how to make this thing work. So it's supposed to deliver a ton of power. I think like 600, like let's put it into our storage so we can see the details on it. Yeah, so weighs 2,000 pounds. Supposed to give us, I think, like, why is it not telling us now? I think it's supposed to give us 600 things of energy. Yeah, there it is. 640 is what it's supposed to produce, which would be great. But I have put everything under the sun. I don't know if it's supposed to feed into something, if we're supposed to connect it. It only has one output on it, and that is it. So I have put everything that I can think of in this thing, and it says it takes barrels of oil. So here's petroleum barrels. I've put that in there. It is not doing nothing. I mean, is it doing anything? It says fuel burn rate 0%. Should I just leave it in? I mean, I don't know. Can I just stick one in there? Maybe let's just put one right there. How did I get one? I'm just gonna put one, because I also have the saline canisters right here. And then we have the sodium powder. We're now able to make a bunch of this. And I have a diesel drum. So I'm not really sure. It says it's a diesel generator. And I just really can't get this thing figured out, you know? I mean, I'm trying. And if I pick this up, let's do this. Yeah, so what was I doing? All right, so yeah, if I click on it and then we add the diesel drum, because what does it say? It says See, that's the thing. I really wish we could roll over these items. I have to put them in the inventory to see what it actually does. So I wish I could like see a screen of what it says, but it says it can burn diesel barrels to create a great source of power and transmit it through its connected grid. So yeah, I don't know, man. This is a petroleum barrel. It says diesel barrels. Well, that's petroleum. That's, I don't know. And then this one right here is diesel. So how do I, yeah, let's grab one, stick it right there. And then, I don't know, man. It's connected onto the grid, but it is, if I put that in there, nothing happens. If I swap it and put this in there, nothing happens. So I don't know, man. This is, the other one's a barrel, the other one's a drum. This says diesel. So maybe we'll just stick that in there and just say, it says diesel drum only. That says diesel drum, right? Input diesel drum only. There's a diesel drum. I don't see it doing anything, guys. So I think it's broken. I don't know. But let's do this. Let's go over here. And now that we got the chemical plant, but first let's do something right with this crazy thing. Let's put a platform right over that. And I'm going to put another one there. And then we have, oh, I need to make the extractor. Shoot. Let's do the extractor. Okay. Oh, no, wrong thing. Extractor or liquid. Yeah. Okay. We need another one of these. That's cool that they put oil on other locations, especially since it's right by my base. I just got super lucky. So I didn't tell them where to put it. I just happened to take over this spot for my base. So let's come over here, put that sucker down, I guess, right there. That should do it. And then need some power pylons. So we have one. Let's see, we got, get off that little mat thing. We need to make some pylons. Get a little closer. What do we need? We need silicate. Oh gosh, I don't know if I have any of that over here. Let's see if we can stretch this one over to there. Okay, good. And let's see if I have any silicate stored up. Don't. Oh, geez, I got one. Wouldn't you know it? So I need actual silicate. Can I break the silicon wafers down? Let's do that. Let's break some of these down. 43 of those. How many do I need? I didn't really see. Let's go to the recycler here. Let's grab a few of these. I think shift and I hold that down. Yeah, I can take like, let's take 5 of those. And we're going to put it into the recycler. Throw that in there. Yeah, that should give us, let's see how many it gives us. Probably just 1. I've noticed when we break down an ingot, okay, it gave us 2. So that's good. A lot of times it just gives us 1 item back. So we're going to look over here. But see all this stuff that we're grabbing from everything? This is just me recycling some parts. I did have a bunch of aluminum in here, but it's right there now in our inventory. So we're going to grab this. That should give us enough to make some pylons, right? Oh my god, we need 12? You kidding me? Okay. So we need 12. So we have 8. Right? I really need more than that. So we have silicon wafers there. And I do not have any more. I better not use up. We better double check, make sure we got everything first. So let's see how big this giant chemical plant is. We'll turn on power over there here in a bit when I get some more silicon stuff. Or silicate, I guess. Where is, oh, it's right there. Okay. Oh, it's not as big as I thought it was going to be. I mean, it is big, but where the heck are we going to put this thing? Let's see. I just have to start expanding out the other direction here. Oh, do I have any over here? Look. Nope, just one. Okay, grab that. Okay, got a bit of a foundation going for this thing. It is pretty big, actually. So it's got a ton of inputs on all the way around this thing. Holy cow. And then like one output. So I'm going to put it like right here, because I'm not really sure. We might have to, I'm not really sure what it is. It looks like it's going to do a lot of stuff. So we can do sulfur cake. Hey, I can make that over at the other thing. That's okay. And then, oh, that's the soda. What? That's the green stuff. Okay. So that's sodium powder. Requires iron. Why does that have... Does it give me both of those items? Oh, it gives me both of those items. Well, I don't know what that green gook stuff does. We haven't really figured that out yet. And then this gives us stuff, but with the petroleum barrels. Okay, we need a lot of synthetic. So good. I have a bunch of petroleum barrels. So we're going to take a bunch of this. This is another thing, is that it just auto scrolls. So let's put... Wait. There we go. That's going to give us some synthetic stuff. So let's see if we can find... Do I have any... I don't know if I have any more... Let me look, see if I have any... Yeah, okay, good. We do. Alright, let's do this. Need to... See if we have one of these guys, and... make that an output, and then we'll swap this over, hit Alt, Shift thing, whatever, and then it should dump everything into there. For oh, look at all that. We're getting a ton of different things. Petro Coke. Well, okay, that's a new something. And then we got synthetic polymer, which we need lots of. That, oh my god, that sucked that stuff up like crazy. Okay, so petroleum barrels. All right, let's hang on to what we have. And that gave us the polymer stuff. We have a new resource discovered, and that's great. I don't see any new unlocks or anything. So with the with the polymer stuff, we need that to make the advanced fabricator. I need 6 more. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna head to the trader. He's pretty close to me, so, or it is, I guess. And now that I got turbo rockets, and I pretty much have cleared a path because I blew through all the trees, we're going to go and check out the trader. I'll show you guys the way. Normally I like speed through all this with some editing, but it's a pretty straight shot from over here. So we're just gonna go this way, go around, and we're gonna go up, and we're gonna crush that plant, and we're just gonna go straight over here. There are rockets, and then turn right, and then there should be a little pool for us to take a little dip in, which will detoxify or decorrode, get the acid off of us. And if we let it build up, we will get to 10 or so, or 9 or whatever. Yeah, 10. And then once we're like that, we are protected from the acid for a little bit. So that's good. Seems to last a little longer than it did in previous builds of the game too, which I definitely appreciate, because there's a lot of exploring around in... Oh my gosh. What the heck? Okay, didn't see that there. Yeah, so the swamps are fully covered in the corrosive material, acid stuff, and so you have to stop off at those little pools to protect yourself. Okay, so what do we have in here? So we have this little trade thing here. I haven't bought this because it's got +4 turbo to all wheels, which is great. So I might make that for like a little runner in the desert or something. It's good to be quick in the desert. I bought this thing, but it's not very good. I don't know. It looks cool though. I like how it looks. Has a little bit more storage space, but other than that, not as useful as I was hoping. Kind of limited on power. And then we have this thing, which I might get. It's kind of smaller. It's a little smaller than the other one that I have that's similar to this, but it's 10 grand. So I don't know. It's got a lot of capacity. I do have my capacity turned up in the settings though, so that is another thing that's kind of helped me get along in here. I feel like that's a big balance thing with this game, is that the power, you know, your core capacity or whatever, especially with not having the ability to expand it, has been super limited. So I've had to just bump it up in the settings. Oh, here we go. Okay, so trader objective. Okay, that's weird. It's named like that. All right, so we can buy that we have sulfur cake 4. Let's get yeah, okay, we can get that. Buy that thing. And then this is what I wanted. I want this thing, because if we use this beam to bring it to the what is it, the frac thing or whatever. Let me get this too. We got materials for that. Can't speak right now, but whatever. The thing that fraction the things. Why can I not speak? Should I buy that thing or not? It's 10 grand. I think I'm going to save that. We'll come back. If I feel like I need another cab, we'll come back. I really want to unlock, because I think there's the pilot cab in here, the other one. Where is it? Where is that? I guess it's at the other. Yeah, it's right here. Its objective is locked. So I don't know how we get that unlocked. I've probably done something out of order again, but that would be really great, because that'd be a good fit for my current major airplane, big airplane thing. So whatever I'm calling it, I don't even have a name for it yet, but let's go out of here. I don't need to buy any other parts, and let's get back to our base. Okay, back at the base now. We just picked up those new gadgets, which will be great. Also, I ended up killing a few guys on the way, so we're gonna, yeah, see, these things are too dang expensive. I want the bigger ones though, and I don't see them, so I want to buy that, slices that thing out. Is that thing there? Okay, sell the rest of this junk. There we go. And now we can put this stuff in our inventory, throw that. So now we have this guy. So that's a tractor beam, which will be great. So we'll use that. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, you really need the tractor beam to bring it to, the fragmenter that I was trying to think of a minute ago. I don't know why. So there it is, the fragmenter Y2. And you start throwing chunks in there, you'll get like a ton more materials from whatever you put in there than if you mine it out in the open. So, all right, so now we need the oil. We need to get, I need the power pylons. I guess instead of doing the power pylons, I might have to do power a different way. How far can I get these guys? Let's see. That can go there. That can go there. I was trying to power it off of our thing over here, but I don't think that's going to work. So let me make some platforms. I think that's going to be the only way. Well, I could just put a power station there, I guess, but I kind of want to just do it this way. There we go. It's got power now, and we're probably going to need to expand our generators. This place is only running on wind power, a little bit of solar, and one whole AC generator over here, or turbine now it's called. So we do need to, it's barely using any of that, so I don't know how this place is staying powered. I guess it's just off of the windmills. Okay, so now this thing should be pumping oil, right? We are pumping away, and I need a silo. So I think I'm going to make a larger one. All right, there we go. So this thing is sucking up some oil for us, and we're getting these, whatever, what are we getting? We're getting the petroleum barrels, and we're going to take these and then dump these over into this thing right here, because we need to turn these into the synthetic polymer. So I'm just going to chunk all of it in there, because now we have the ability to produce it in the same location. And this right here, we can start throwing some of this along with some, I see why. So it requires 2 items in order to produce some of this stuff. So interesting. What is the other? What is this? Oh, make that. Sorry, I mean interrupt the system there. Okay, so we just ran out of power. Apparently this thing does nothing for us. Oh, wait a second. Diesel power. Is that diesel drum? Did that actually power up stuff? It's working. Why is that working all of a sudden? Whoa. Okay. Well, I don't know why that... You guys saw it, man. I was putting everything in the sun in there, man. Why was it not working? So this is going to give us an hour per container? Or is that going to change? Like if I take some of that out? Yeah, it's an hour per container. Or almost an hour, 45 minutes. Wow. Okay. So burn rate 0%. So this is working now, right? Yeah, it's all working. Oh my gosh, okay. Well, that's cool. Had no idea. All right, so we just need to keep pumping this out so we can get a bunch of this polymer stuff, but I think we have enough now. So let's turboed a little too much. Let's turbo over here and see if we can make the advanced, there we go, the advanced fabricator. Okay. It's getting exciting now. Maybe I can make some windmills. I love the wind, or not windmills, but the wind turbines. I don't know why I keep calling them windmills, but whatever. Wind generators, wind turbines, whatever they're called. That's what I powered on my previous big playthrough that I did a while ago, like on version, what version are we on this thing? I think it was like 5.0 or something. Now we're on 6.0.5 or something now. So is that it? Advanced fabricator. Okay. So we're gonna slap that sucker right over here. It's probably not the best place for it. Wow. What? Okay. So let's move this over a little bit, or thing, and we'll just plop that. It's a little bigger. Can I squeeze it right there? And then this little guy, I guess we'll just put it there for now. We're gonna have to do some sorting over here. Okay. Oh, we have a beacon tower. Wow, we can make that now? What does a beacon tower do? A beacon tower projects a beam of light high into the sky, which can be seen from far off distances. They also, what? Negate something? Negate the effects of interference found throughout the desert for nearby. Oh, okay. That's going to be very important. So, oh, we could do the large silos too. And a small base heater. Okay. And the advanced splitters. So we can start getting our kind of satisfactory action going on with some automation. Okay. Nice. So build the beacon. That is very good. That is very big. We'll put that over there until I figure out where to put this thing. Where can we put the beacon at? We got some platforms here. Can we just slap that sucker right? Stick it right there. Okay, and we're going to put you on top like that. Now, it doesn't have anything else, right? Okay, there we go. We got our super beacon into the sky. We're able to see everything on the map. I'll make it easy to find this place. Okay, what else can we make? A small base heater requires more sulfur cakes. And then we need the S3 silo, more polymer. Oh, wait. That's polymer and titanium. I don't know if I have any titanium, guys. I think I have found titanium somewhere. I'm not sure how I got it. I might have broke something down to get it. Let's see, nothing there. I know it might be at my desert base. I have some materials over there, like diamonds and gold. Because that's where you get all that stuff at. So Looks like we might, yeah, here's a diamond chip right there. I had titanium before, but maybe since I started the game, we don't have, I had to start over. I don't have it anymore. So that's going to be interesting. So titanium, I believe, is only in the snow biome. So we'll definitely be going over there. Okay. All right. So we need the petroleum. Let's go grab this stuff. It's made 34. Wow, that's not very fast, is it? Wow. All right. So I've been a little busy. I had to take a moment and organize some things and build up our base a little bit because I was running out of some power issues. So basically over here ended up running some power lines over to this guy, and that way I don't have to worry about that. And then this thing, we need this to keep producing little barrels of oil there, and then kind of extended our ramp out a little bit, and then put a ramp over here, and then we need this guy. Let's put all that in there because we need to keep making this synthetic stuff. And I have a bunch of sulfur cakes now. So one thing I did and kind of discovered is the sodium powder here. I ended up putting some iron in this and some saline canisters right here. And that gave us the chlorine ampule. And that unlocked a new machine for us. So if we go over here to our new advanced fabricator, we now have this combiner, and we can, and the silo, oh no, we don't have the S3 silo yet. So, wow, how much of that stuff do we need? We need a lot of that synthetic stuff. Golly, it requires 18. Oh man, why are those so expensive? Okay, anyway, so I thought I saw SI3 here, and I thought that was, I got confused. We already had the liquid one. So let's make this combiner. We're gonna figure out what the heck that does and see if we can. I want to be able to unlock, I really want the wind generators, so I don't know if that's available yet or not, but I really want that. So let's see what we can do to get that thing. Wow, what is that? That looks like a, I don't know what that looks like. It's crazy looking. Okay, so let's go over here. Oh, also, I haven't experimented with this yet. I was on my way to do so, but I ended up finding that I did have some silica stuff, or silicate or whatever it was, so that I could build these things, these power pylons. So this thing is a terrain tank, and then I put our little terrain mining tool on the back. And I don't know if this is the right thing to use for that. It says, if we put this in here for a second, oh crap, forgot about that. It's a terrain tool, tank storage blocks, debris, the bespoke, what? Okay, this bespoke block should be placed connected to the terrain tool so that the tool can utilize its debris from the terrain. So is this a terrain tool? This is a large, wait, that's a large ramp. What is this? This is the mining tool. So that, I think we might need a terrain tool, which I don't see that was over there. So I don't know if that's going to do us any good. I tried using it, and I mean, kind of a little bit over here on the ground, but it wasn't doing anything. So I think we need that to be combined with the actual terrain tool. So I don't know. I did set down our little, whatever this thing is, the little antiox gel sprayer thing. It's hard to remember all the names of this stuff. So anyway, I just noticed that. I was kind of experimenting with that thing. So let's come over here and put this thing down, another million ports on this. So I'm going to put this like this instead. Not really sure which way the best way to lay these out on these blocks. Okay, so we have that down. Whoa, what the heck? Photovoltaic, what the voltaic? I don't know how you say that. Polyplastic ferrosteel, and missing the icon for the hydrofluoric vial. Fluoric. Okay, and the phasic wiring, charge cell, holy cow, and then oxo acid, oxoacid, I guess, and the tetratinium. What the heck am I saying? What words are these? Tetratanium. Okay. Phasic wiring. What the heck? Copper wiring and photovoltaic? Dude. I'm Texan. I am not supposed to be saying these kind of words. Okay. So, man, I can make that stuff right now. Okay. Make it. How do I do that? Let's see. My inventory is spread out like crazy. Probably, well, I'm just going to throw in fall. Maybe making this will give us the ability to make solar. Maybe. I don't know. We're about to find out. And then what else? I got. Can I make all this stuff? I can make all this stuff. I actually have all this stuff. Wow. Okay. Only have 5 sulfur cakes for the oxo acid. Okay, that makes 1 of those. We're gonna grab that. Holy cow, new resource discovered. Photo whatever, climate regulation dome, reserve power cell. Oh, that's not good. Power grid. I am out of fuel because I am supposed to be, I forgot to put it over here. Where am I making fuel? Okay, one thing I did is I actually connected this silo here, all 4 outputs to go into here so that we can make petroleum stuff. I think I'm making it over on the other one. Another great thing that they've done in this game, which is something I've been waiting for since the early versions, was when you put a bunch of materials in here and you try to feed it out, it would only feed from this one square. And so now, no matter where you have a material, it will just grab the right one that it knows it needs. It doesn't have to always be in this first thing, because boy, that was annoying in the last update. So this is a huge update fix for that. So I'm very excited about that. So where are we putting everything? Okay, diesel drum. And what do I need to make more diesel? I need more fuel stuff. Okay, let's go put that over here. And our generator, our big power, whatever, this thing, diesel generator. Okay, where did that go? There we go, 41. So I did realize that, oh, diesel, why is that going so fast? 39. Okay, so earlier I put a bunch in and it was going so much slower. Fuel burn rate. Oh, I get it. So, wow, that is going fast. Okay, so I understand. This is burning fuel. Oh God, we got to get wind power now. Now we need our wind power back. Okay, we got to get our wind turbines going because I am running too much stuff. And the more stuff I run, the faster that's being consumed, because our burn rate is now half of what it was before. Because before we were barely running anything, it was going to last like an hour. I was wondering why that disappeared so fast. But now we have the oil mine, or the oil whatever thing, liquid whatever is going, and the liquid extractor over here is going, and that thing's running. Plus we're powering that crazy beacon thing. And then this stuff over here is burning through stuff. So, okay, that explains a lot. Now I understand that a little more. So we're going to have to, man, I'm going to have to really automate. I don't know where my main base is going to be. I have a feeling it might be here. This has a lot of resources except for copper and what's over here? Copper's at the forest. Ooh, okay, so I don't know. I might make the desert the main base. I don't know. We've already expanded this place out pretty big, though. Okay, so we need to go look and see what just opened up. We just unlocked something, and let's see if we now have the ability to make new things. So we did a combiner. Oh yeah, now we have the climate regulator dome. So probably can use that in the snow biome. Yep. Okay. And along with the base heater. Oh, we have the solar generators now. Okay. That's good. All right. So now over here, anything new over here? Chemical plants, splitters, mergers, silos, liquid, diesel, anti-power pylon, advanced fabricator. Can't tell if there's anything here. Oh, we have a reserve power cell. Oh, that's nice. Okay, that requires more photo cell things and polymer stuff. So we need more polymer stuff and photo thingies. Oh, that's still producing things. Holy cow. All right. Wow, that only made 6 in this whole time I've been gone. Okay, let's make a couple of these polyplastic doodads. And man, I really need to organize my stuff. Let's see. Let me organize some things here. Okay, did a bit of organizing and probably about to run out of power again. So let's see if we can discover some new equipment. We need to put, so basically I have all of our advanced components in this storage bin. And then over here, I have just our basic stuff that we had. And then over here is a bunch of build things. So let's go back to there. We need some of that. And we need some silicon wafers. So yeah, I'm so glad I didn't get rid of those earlier. And then we need that. So we just need to do one of these. We're going to do one and then see if we can do this ferro steel. One of these has got to give us some wind turbines. I'll be so excited. And that way we don't have to worry about power as much. Of course, I'll have to grind like crazy to make the materials probably that we need for all that. Charging cell. I wonder if that's going to give us bigger batteries. Because now we can make a little battery now. Alright, so we're going to take all that out. We're going to take this out. Ooh, new resources discovered, new structure discovered, and new structure ready to craft. Wind generators. I saw it. Okay, let's do one more thing. Let's go to the ferro deal. That requires iron and the coke. So we have iron. I got tons of that. Let's make the iron thing and see what this unlocks. We're unlocking all kinds of stuff today in this episode. This is a long episode, guys. I'm sorry. But this is a big one. This latest update really unlocked a lot of things for us. Oh no, we ran out of juice. How are we going to turn that back on? Because I don't think I have any more fuel ready to go. Crap. I don't. How are we going to turn everything back on? Alright guys, so basically, let's see, I've been dealing with some power issues. So you guys know power went out just a minute ago and we were making this item here. So now we have a new structure, the UPA nano sieve and ferro steel. What the heck? Okay. So I don't know what a nano sieve is, but maybe it's something to make us some power. Basically, I'm still running out of power big time. So I did this over here. I took 2 liquid extractors and I have 2 sucking up the oil. And then it's putting it into this refinery. And we are refining the oil, but it's not really doing it fast enough. I need it to go faster. So we're getting it fast enough. So we have 31 there. And here, this big thing, it's just barely getting some. It's not really doing it because we're at 56%. So the problem is this thing, I don't know, it has an output of 640, and we're using 360 somehow. So between these use 100 each, and that thing uses a certain amount. And then anything that we have on here, like this right here, uses 60. So yeah, so these are using 100, 100, 60. That's only 260. How much does this thing use? So this must use 100 because, or we're having 100. Oh, we have another one being powered over here. That liquid extract, I see. Okay, so I'm going to turn that one off. We toggled that thing off because I think we have enough of that anyway. So let's get out. That's what's going on. So it needs to stay under that 50% thing in order to get fuel fast enough. So I was hoping that we'd be able to power the whole base on that, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Let me see. I'm going to drag some fuel out here, and let's go stick it over there. It's going to be a long episode, guys. I'm sorry, but I really don't want to stop. So where is that? Put that in there. Turn that on. Okay, now we're at 41%. So at 41%, it should mine up all this stuff. I should probably put a silo in between all of that, because maybe we'll put, yeah, do I have an extra silo on me? Because we need to get as much as possible. Okay, let me make a silo real quick. So I don't know if this is working exactly like I want it to do here. So basically these things take 100, these things take 60, and I put 2 to see if I could feed into this power system diesel generator quicker, but it's actually not, even with having 2 processors feeding into 2 refineries processing both diesel drums, and then they're outputting into this, and it's still going down. So this is not, you know, the best way to do this. I really thought there's got to be a way. Like, what's the whole point of having a diesel generator if we can't keep it powered with one of these systems, unless we just keep feeding organic material into it? But we have to manually do that. I was hoping to automate it with like the oil. So I think the devs need to balance this out somehow. We should be able to feed one of these into a refinery and then into this, and this should leave us with enough power. It should produce the barrels of drum fast enough to power and leave a certain amount left over for our base, even if it's half, even if it's 360 or 300 units of power or whatever you want to call it. I don't know if it's watts or units or whatever, but yeah, it's just odd because it's going down. See, it's at 9. I started with 13, and it is not producing it. I do have it going into here, but it's just zipping through. It's not really storing it up fast enough. It's actually collecting here faster, so we're producing it faster here on the actual liquid extractor is a little quicker than, say, the refinery, but the refinery needs to process it faster than this thing can burn it. This thing's burn time is too fast, and I get that it's based on the, you know, the amount of production, I guess, that you have running on the line, and that increases its burn rate. So maybe there's a different kind of fuel that we can put in there or something, but man, I don't know. That's not going to cut it. So we're going to have to figure out the next solution, which is probably going to be the wind generators, which we can now, over here with the advanced fabricator, we can now build the wind generators, and we can do solar as well. And we might have to offset that with some solar. That might be the thing to do. The only thing is at night, it's going to go down. Same thing with the batteries, you know. So I don't know. There's going to have to be a balance to the system, but we do have the generators now, but man, we have to make a ton of the polyplastic and the petrocoke. So that's going to be some serious grinding in order to do that. And we're going to have to figure out how to keep power on, because all these little AC organic turbine generators, even though I have like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 6, let's see, 6, 7, 8 of those running, that's still not enough to run these machines. These I think are sucking like 100 power units or something. So I don't know. How much are they doing? Does it tell us? Yeah, 160, and that one is 300. Holy crackerjack. Okay. So we're going to have to figure out a solution for the power. We'll have to do that in the next episode or a future episode. I think hopefully I might try to find the whatever. It's not the gargoyle, but whatever's over here. There's another boss guy we need to figure out. But I think we unlocked enough, and I'm going to end the episode here because I've just kind of drawn this episode out pretty long, but we did discover a lot of things, so that's pretty cool. I hope you guys saw some cool stuff that's opening up, that the devs, you know, really shows that they're working pretty hard to figure this new direction that they're going in, you know, it's got to be a lot of work to all of a sudden introduce, you know, flight and the sea stuff to a game that didn't have any of that, you know, previously. So pretty excited to see where they take this and all that. So I know there's some crazy stuff people are, you know, kind of complaining about with the devs changing their mind on a bunch of stuff, but I think it's all for the best. I just think they really had to do like a course correction that they probably did not want to do due to, you know, everybody flipping out over it, which I get, but they probably just had to bite the bullet and do it so that they could include all this new content and probably, you know, make future development a little smoother for them. So I don't know. I know how that development stuff goes, you know, but it's can be crazy. So anyway, so yeah, so we got a new beacon, we have the advanced fabricator now, we have these crazy chemical plants and whatever other thing's called, the combiner, which I have no idea. I guess that combines a bunch of materials and a bunch of stuff that we've added in this episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look at the new update, and we still have more to explore over in the snow biome and the desert. So we're going to be doing that in the next upcoming episodes. So make sure you guys like and subscribe on the video. Make sure you hit that little bell notification to get updated on when I post these videos. I really appreciate it. Definitely helps me out. And you guys make sure to leave some comments below what you think of the episodes so far. Anyway, with that, I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks.